Hi everyone, Carrie here, and welcome to another day on your mat. Today we're going to do a wind down for evening practice. So this video, you can of course do it anytime during the day, but it's particularly suited to the end of your day and just letting you release and let go of anything that's happened over the day and just get ready for a relaxing evening or even straight for bed. We will be doing an extended relaxation at the end, so make sure you have enough props and pillows and whatnot to be really comfortable for that. So let's go ahead and start just sitting however you're most comfortable. Just take care of any itches, scratches, any distractions physically here that might keep you from becoming relaxed. And then let your eyes close. Start to bring in that nice, steady breath. Feel the breath as it comes in through your nose. And then let it come out through the mouth as if you're blowing through a straw. And again, in through your nose. Out like you're blowing out a candle. Just do that a few times. And feel yourself start to settle. Starting to wind down. Starting to let go of our day that we have just had. This is your time for you. Honor it, respect it. Try not to let anything get in the way of it if you can help it. Thinking back over your day, bring to mind something that made you smile today. Could be something big or something small, but something that lifted your spirits a bit and brought a sense of joy to your heart. Gratitude not only helps us accept that the world is imperfect, but that we are too, and that's okay. For when we pour the oil of appreciation for life in all its imperfections over our experience, we ourselves can't help but be anointed. Suddenly, seized by joy for the crazy, mixed-up world, we recognize ourselves as part of that world and take our rightful place as a child of the universe, perfectly acceptable in all our imperfection. So with those words in mind, begin to release any judgments that you might be placing on yourself today. Any judgments you might be placing on others. Accepting a perfectly imperfect world. And finding gratitude in the midst of it all. Keeping your eyes closed, begin moving the head slowly around in a circle. And just feel as that chin drops down towards the chest. Are you feeling that you're carrying any tension today from your day in your shoulders? If so, using this movement to help let it go. And then bring that circle in the other direction. Give your body permission to let go of the tension that it's holding on to. Give your mind the space that it needs to let go of the tension by focusing on your breath instead of your thoughts. Good. Return the head back to the center. And let's look over to our right side. Drop down our chin. And then look over to our left side and drop down our chin. And then bring the head right back to the center. Shrugging our shoulders now up around our ears. And then on a sighing exhale breath, let them come down. Shoulders up. A big sigh. Shoulders down. Continue with that, please. Don't hold back on that sigh. Don't underestimate its power to relax and release. 2 more times. Now this sigh, let's befriend it in our practice today. Use it as needed when you feel like tension starts to get bottled up. With shoulders down now, start swaying side to side. Just getting lost in that rhythmic movement, soothing and settling your spirit and soul. And then add to that a side stretch, flowing from one side to the other side. Holding the right arm up and looking down to that left hand, and see maybe if you can't slide that left hand just a little further away, and you're pressing down under the right hip as you do so. And then bring that same thing over to the other side. Nice deep breaths. Return to the center. Let's bring the soles of our feet together for Baddha Konasana, our butterfly pose. And we'll just kind of imagine the knees are like the wings of our butterfly and they're coming up and down with the breath. Inhale, knees up. Exhale, down. Tuck your chin as you're working here. Keep that posture upright, nice and tall in your spine. And then holding the knees down. See that the feet are opening like the pages of a book. if you'd like, you can stretch forward a bit here. Just go where it feels good. And then guiding the legs together and coming around onto your hands and your knees for our cat and cow stretch. Now is our chance to check in with our back. This is another common area of tension that we might be holding: the neck, the shoulders, the back. These are all common places that we store stress and tension. So you can breathe it away. Then from neutral spine, bring it into wag the dog, hips swinging to the right and left. Back to the center, and then we'll go from here into our child's pose. And we'll be moving in a flowing pattern here. So from child's pose, please draw the body forward. Keep your forearms close to the ground. Come up to cow pose. And then round the back through cat and return to child. So just move fluidly through these poses. And maybe repeat to yourself the mantra, let go. Let go of your day. Let go of your thoughts, any thoughts that are beyond what you're currently doing. Let go of the concerns you might have about just the world right now. Just let it go. Be here, just with your breath, appreciating the moment. Now, from that child's pose, move into puppy stretch, lifting your hips, sliding your arms forward and imagining that your chest is sinking down towards the ground. Now, those of you that would prefer downward dog here, you can feel free to go there. I'm staying with puppy stretch myself. Please, wherever you are, just let your eyes close. Take 2 more full breaths. And then we'll make our way to ragdoll. So slide the hands back by the knees. Transfer your weight onto your feet and enjoy this ragdoll. If you're feeling a bit stiff, take your feet a little wider, maybe even the width of your mat. Shake out the head. Maybe sway the torso. Just let go. And if you have walked the legs wide, walk them back in. Draw in through your core and roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. If you have a tender back today, bring your hands to your thighs as you're coming up. All the way up, and then take a long inhale as you're reaching up to the ceiling. And then exhale with a sigh as you let go and go back to your ragdoll. Then belly button draws to the spine. We're going to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Hands to the thighs for a little extra support in your lower back. Once you come all the way up, roll those shoulders back. Inhale, reach up. Let's keep this pattern. Exhale, sigh. Release. Belly button draws to the spine. Roll it up. One more time. Inhale, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, take it down. And then vertebrae by vertebrae, rolling this up. Then, from mountain pose, pause. And just feel that you are rooted and grounded here. Your feet have this firm foundation, not only with the floor that you're on, but beyond that, the earth beneath you. You have a sense of steadiness. You made it through your day. You'll make it through the next one as well. You have within you resilience, strength. Now let's move forward on our mat, return to mountain pose, and bring our hands to our center chest. Nice inhale breath. On the exhale breath, move into chair pose. Keep your hands at your center chest. We'll practice a few standing poses that focus on grounding, so they'll be kind of sinking poses, feeling that foundation, the feet in the ground. Letting your energy settle down as the energy of the pose settles downward towards the ground. Now from here, let's sweep the arms back, straighten the legs. We used to do this pose quite some time ago. It's called airplane, and then go back to chair. Just go between the two. So notice that my back position is staying nice and flat. Keeping my shoulder blades together along my spine. Here we'll use Ujjayi breathing. So we're breathing into the back of our throat. And we hear that soft echoey sound that is relaxing and calming. One more time. Then come up all the way and bring the thumbs right to the forehead. Lift the elbows, arch back a little. And then return to chair pose, not quite as deep this time. We'll leave the right leg forward, step the left leg back so that we are in humble warrior posture. Let's take our arms just right here alongside our torso. Feel that we're tucking the shoulder blades together in our back. Now with an inhale breath, rise up for warrior one. Reach up the arms. Feel this sense of grounding down to the ground while you're reaching up towards the sky. Inhale there. Exhale, return to humble warrior. We'll work with those two poses, and we're working extra slow. Taking several breaths to get from one position to the other. Into the heart center, step the back foot up to the front. Inhale, breath. And And on the exhale breath, return to chair pose. And then the other leg stepping back. Right leg back, align for your warrior one or humble warrior position. Let's bring the arms right here, just right alongside the torso. And really watch that you're not rounding your back here. So not here, but roll those shoulders back. Nice deep breaths. Long inhale breath. Come on up, reach the arms to the sky. Long exhale breath. Return to humble warrior. Again, you might even be taking more than one breath to get through the movement. We're moving in slow motion. Do that one more time. Then bring the hands into the center of the chest. Step forward into Tadasana mountain posture. And extend both arms forward. Take one arm and start opening it out. This is a standing twist. Following the movement of the arm with your gaze as much as it feels okay for your neck. And then slowly return back to the center. Do the same on the other side. Nice and slow. Opening up the body. And slow back to the center. Then take the arm down and back. And the other arm down and back. And return to the center. Then both arms back. And imagine you're holding a beach ball behind you. Squeeze into the ball and lift your chest. From there, return to mountain posture. And from here to our warrior three. Shift your weight into your right leg. And work on your balance a little bit. Sometimes our day can affect our balance. If you've had a tough day, you're feeling out of balance emotionally, that can manifest in our physical attempts for balance. So be kind to yourself. Maybe you might have a hand on the wall today. Come up slowly. Let's try the other leg. Our hips are square. Remember, both hips are pointing in the same direction. Slow. Let's do that one more time on each leg. Now, keeping the hands at the center chest can be a little more challenging than having them out, so you can make a change if you'd like there. Nice full breathing, flexing that back foot, pulling abdominals in. Slowly rise. And last time, other side. Here we go. And nice and slowly up. From here, please grab your blocks and let's put them right in front of us on the floor. Set them up how you need them for Uttanasana or standing forward fold. Come to mountain pose. And take a nice long inhale, reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive down, hands on the blocks. And let's find our stretch. Straighten the legs as much as you can. Pull in through the abdominals. Watch your back. This is not ragdoll pose. It's a different back position. There's more of a length in the spine here. We're leading with the chest, trying to keep our shoulders pulled back. So close your eyes, please. And think of deepening your exhale breath. So your exhalation is beginning to become deeper and longer than your inhale breath. If you find you can reach the floor, the blocks can be moved out of the way. Let go. Anything you're holding on to. Any residual tension from your day, let it go, even if only just for this hour today. Bend the knees slightly and just set the blocks here, coming to Anjaneyasana or lunge pose. So right leg forward, left leg back, as far back as you can step that leg. And you can stay here for a bit or go ahead and drop your knee down now if you'd like. Close your eyes and deepen your breathing again. Slowly release that knee. And let's walk the right leg out to the right just a few steps, and then take both of our blocks here to the inside of that right leg. Now from here, you can go down as far as you'd like to. Some of you might find your forearms come to the ground. Some of you will still be up on your blocks. Just go down to wherever feels good. Drop your head. Deepen your exhale. Keep that left hand on the block. Lengthen your spine and bring your right hand around to your lower back. Pull the abdominals in and give a gentle turn to your right. Take a nice breath in and out. And then release slowly back to the center. And let's take this all on the other side. So move the blocks so they're on either side of that front foot. And you can switch legs however you'd like to. If you want, you can join me here, curling the toe under, lifting the knee, and stepping back foot up to meet front, and then the right leg back. So you can start here, high lunge, long spine on this one. Full engaged breath. Set down that knee and move the left foot over to the left slightly and bring both of those blocks to the inside. And from here, just explore, you decide for your body. Want to be careful not to overstretch on this one. So there's just a slight restraint, especially those of you that are very, very open here. Just a slight restraint is beneficial, making sure that we don't overstretch. Gently easing out from there to find your way into Balasana or Child's Pose. Move the blocks aside. And perhaps we might tuck the hands here back by our feet. And then we'll return the arms overhead and find our way to pigeon pose. So bring the body forward. We did this one in last week's session. So right leg comes forward and left leg slides back. The position of the right leg is how you would have it if you were sitting cross-legged. And then as you're coming down, maybe today you might use a blanket or pillow or block as a place for your forehead to rest. And those of you that prefer to practice on your back, feel free to do that version of pigeon pose instead. Now breathe to what you're feeling. Either physically what you're feeling or in your thoughts what you're feeling, your heart. Try to breathe it away. Breathe any negativity, any tension away, and breathe in what is helpful. Then we'll slowly switch sides. Just take your time, please. No rush. Don't forget that step of sliding that right leg back. It's important to take some of the pressure off your knee. Just bring it down to where it feels really good. Very slowly come on out of your pose. And we're going to come around to have a seat now for seated straddle. You'll also need to have your strap close by for seated forward fold. So let's begin with seated straddle. Just opening out the legs as wide as you're able, and sitting up as tall as you can. Reviewing our options, we can either lean back into the hands sit up tall or come forward a bit. And our position might change as we spend some time here. So just let your eyes close. And let your breath deepen. Let go of any distractions. Just find your relaxation that is independent of your external circumstances. Use that breath to soften those muscles where you're feeling the stretch. And come up slowly, and let's take the right leg, just tuck it in here, and take that right arm. You can reach it up to the sky. And if that's not comfortable for your shoulder, maybe you might cross it over the left shoulder like so. We're looking to the left leg. Let's stretch up and over toward it. Enjoying that nice side stretch along the right side of our waist. If you can reach out and grab a hold of that big toe, feel free to go there. Just be where it's really comfortable, enjoyable. And then that upper body position, take that top arm, wrap it around now behind your back and look out over that shoulder. And then come up slowly. And turn your torso towards the left leg now and start to move toward it a little bit. Drop your head. Way up slow. And let's take that around to the other side. So getting settled here. Lifting up now that left arm, deep breath in. And on the exhale breath, we're looking to the right leg, stretching up and over towards that leg a bit. Feel that you are grounding down through both of your sit bones. And you're trying to lift these ribs here away from that hip bone and create more space right in there. We adjust that top arm position. We follow it with the eyes as it comes around, wraps behind our back, looking out over that shoulder, seeing how this feels. Be aware of your core, your abdominals. Gently draw the belly button to the spine. Slowly exit there. Give that little subtle turn towards that right leg. Follow where your body wants to go. We don't ever want to force anything here. Just where does your body go naturally? You spend time at that threshold point and your range of motion will improve. You don't have to force that to happen. Just be patient and it will on its own. Come up slow. And let's bring the legs in front now. Straight out in front of us. And we'll get our strap. Unroll it and hook it right onto the balls of the feet. And then sit tall as if you're just kind of pulling the reins here. So you're trying to use the strap to help you actually lift up through the top of the head. So right now we're not trying to come toward the legs, but we're trying to go up this way in our spine. So posture is the most important priority in this pose. And then as we come forward, if we come forward, we maintain that posture. So we're always having this trajectory of energy coming out through the crown of the head as opposed to here, collapsing and rounding the back. We're staying away from that. Let your eyes close. You should feel this along the backs of your legs, particularly the hamstrings, although you might feel it in your calves more so, and that's all good. On up, and let's move that strap aside and slowly roll down onto our back. Just take your time getting there. When you get there, hug the knees in and gently rock side to side. Then place your hands on the knees and stir them around. They're coming away from each other, around and back together. And then take that around the other direction. And set the feet right down on the floor. Open out the arms. Take an easy twist of the legs going to your left. Easy twist with legs going to the right. And then right back to the center. So it is now time for Shavasana. our final relaxation. So please set up however you're most comfortable. Put some layers on to stay warm. Allow your eyes to close, please. If there's any adjustments you need to make to find your most comfortable position, please take the time for that now. Let your breath start to soothe and settle you into this last pose of your class today. Your breath is nurturing you in this journey, escorting you into that nice quiet space. You are bit by bit letting go of physical tension within your body. Any areas that are feeling some discomfort or pain, imagine just a bright white light surrounding and permeating that area and soothing, even if only temporarily soothing that discomfort. Anytime your mind strays, return it to your breath and let that breath soothe and settle. As I allow myself to open to the fullness of gratitude, the past and future fade away, and I become more alive in the present moment. That's because gratitude is, for the most part, about the here and now. While we can be thankful for past blessings and hope for future ones, when we experience a sense of gratefulness, we are usually contemplating some present circumstance. We are brought up to date with ourselves. Our focus moves away from all that we did or others did or failed to do in the past, or what we hope for or worry about in the future, and we find ourselves placed squarely in this precious moment, this experience that will never happen again. You are more than welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you would like. If you are ready to come out now, then please slowly start moving your fingers. And then your toes, just your toes. And then relax your toes and let your mouth open and close. Maybe allowing your eyes to also open and close. Slowly moving a bit more, your wrists, your ankles, and your elbows and your knees. And then when you're ready, roll to your side. Just pause there. Up slowly all the way to find a comfortable seat. And our hands come to our center chest. We tuck our chin. The spirit in me greets the spirit in you. And together we say, Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the practice today and enjoy it as many times as you'd like during the week. We'll see you next week. Take care.